Peace, love, and black empowerment. You are tuned into the Mile High News Channel, Denver's first station for news and entertainment that is for us and by us. With your hosts, Noble Turner, Sharif Aline, Chairman Sekou, and Jesse Paris. Welcome. Peace, love, and black empowerment. Welcome back to Mile High News, family. This is episode 22. And we're on episode 3 of the lockdown. So, as always, I want to thank our viewers. I want to thank our supporters. Definitely, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging through with us through this, through the lockdown. We ain't doing nothing else. You might as well come and get the truth. Come tune into Mile High News and get the truth and others. And like I said, thank my viewers. Thank our donators to the Unity community. I really appreciate you all. I would holler out your names right now, but I don't have my my computer in front of me right now. Well, I do, but I just can't look. I don't have enough time for that right now. But I will definitely get to y'all your personal thank yous. I'm always on the Unity community page. Giving updates and trying to inspire our people that building the community is what we need to do in these times. So tonight we got the Sister Circle. We got my cutie pie co-host here, Monique Turner. We got Sister Bianca, and as always, we got our General Sister Melly. So first off, I just want to talk to you guys about a little bit about what I was talking about earlier about building communities. I really think now, man, is the perfect time to do it, fam. You know what I'm saying? They're showing us that, they don't really care about us, We went from not having it being susceptible to the Rona disease at all to being the face of it. You know what I'm saying? We went from, in these crazy times of a pandemic, we still got police beating us, And I know y'all seen all the stuff of us, the dude who was wearing a mask in the grocery store and got stopped by the police for that. You know what I'm saying? They're showing us that they don't care about us, and they're kind of showing us that they're trying to, flip this thing back around and for something that's used to take us out. You know what I'm saying? So we really need to be mindful in these times, fam, and this is when these are the times where we really need to unite. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about because everybody's not going to want to, you know what I'm saying? But we still need to form small groups of people who are like-minded, and let's get the hell away from this, fam. You know what I'm saying? There's so much land for sale out here, just like we have with the Unity community. I have 35 acres that we're, trying to develop in the community. And I know in y'all's towns and y'all cities, y'all have that too. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't donate to me, or if you wouldn't want to move out here to Colorado when this gets done, do it in your own community, do it in your own states and your own cities, because they're showing us, fam. It's about to be, it's already crazy for us, but it's about to get crazy out here, and we need to know that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're coming. And you just look at the news every day, you know what I'm saying? And we're sitting up here focused on stuff that doesn't even make any sense, and we can't see the danger that lies right in front of our faces, man. And you know what I'm saying? With the decision that Trump just made to not use Fauci in them systems, that actually saved us, man. Because if we would have gotten into this Bill Gates stuff and I can tell you guys a whole list about what's going on with Bill Gates, but y'all need to do that research yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just get into any questions you have after you actually look into it. I'll be happy to answer for you. You know what I'm saying? But we just need to know that we all we got left. And then most of us ain't even really on that same picture too. So it's just a small amount of us that, we need to get some ghosts. And if it's not, back to Africa, then it need to be just getting to our own selves to where we can build up and we can try to, practice home remedy, especially for this, that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Practice, herbal health and getting back to nature, fam, because it's getting real, and I don't even think it was supposed to, So I think that they're looking at us like, oh, okay, you think that you can't get it? Boom, here you go. How did that happen, fam? Honestly, I mean, but either or, we need to be focused on that, fam. So make sure you guys look at the Unity community page. We'll put it up. I'll put it up every day, and post in there every day. But y'all need to really think about that, family, because it's getting real, and we really need to do something about it. This marching and protesting. What is that gonna do now? We can't protest now. You know what I'm saying? We can't be in groups of 10 or more now. So what protest you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? We need to protest with our dollars and by separating ourselves, because once we're gone, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna need us back. They need our energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's getting more into other stuff, you know what I'm saying, that my wife's been teaching me right here. But we really need to think about that, fam. It's really getting serious. Donate to the Unity community, whatever you can, because, just like I said, if you don't donate, you need to start up something like that in your city as well. You know what I'm saying? We need to be to ourselves, and once we do get to ourselves, you guys will know that this news and all this has been lying the whole time, and they've been out to get us the whole time. Real talk. So, like I said, we have the Sister Circle tonight, and first up we have my beautiful wife, my queen. She just celebrated her birthday, and
Yep.
thanks to
40.
you guys for all the shout outs, even on the page and on my page and on her page. And she's gonna be speaking on They Don't Speak For Us, since we got a lot of people out here speaking for us that shouldn't be. So, baby.
Yes. And thank you to my husband for having me on again. I want to definitely shout out to all of, the people that can't be out right now or just going to the stores and that kind of thing. And shout out to the people who are working in the middle of this going on. Because I'll be honest, I know I'm not the only one with fear, and they keep saying you can't be scared or showing fear. And I do get all of that, but there's no way that you don't have a little fear or anxiety during these times, especially with everything going on. And so, yeah, like my husband was saying, y'all definitely check out that community. Before, we always thought the hard part was going to be getting the land. Now that we have the land, it's like the hard part is bringing our people together. And with everything going on, after all this is over, what? Because to me, like I spoke about last time, this is a reset. And I think the Most High is giving you a chance to sit at home and be with your family. And not only that, you've never had time to really sit down and even think about what you could do or should be. And this is that time for our kids and us to even think about, what you would want to be doing, or, things that were put in you through your DNA, through your connection with your creator. Won't go into all of that, but this is honestly a time to sit back, I think, and reflect on what you will be doing, or what you might want to do, or what you were put here to do. Especially for the people who are at home now. Like I said, the people who are out there right now working, those people aren't able to sit at home. And I think that has a lot to do with these numbers going up too, as far as Black people. Who's out there really working? Who's the faces that they're showing? Whether it's nurses and grocery stores, or, in all capacities, it's Black people out there working. And I'm not saying that's the only reason. And I know that, it is real. I'm not downplaying it. It's definitely real, because before, we didn't see a lot of people who were who you knew personally. Like they said, it was somebody you knew somebody. Well, now you're starting to know somebody who knows somebody, or somebody in your family who it's touched, who you've heard have it. My cousin just told me the other day that her kid's boyfriend has it. And so that's really close to home. And so, but getting on to real quick, they don't speak for you. I was watching that Revolt, and that Puffy did. And to me, it wasn't really about the coronavirus. It was more political, is the way they were trying to make it seem to me. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a lot of it. And they're telling you it was going back to the census. And I mean, Killer Mike said a lot of good stuff, but he kind of lost me toward the end. What I want to say is these people don't speak for me personally. Now, if people want to let them speak for them, that's one thing. But just so you know, Al Sharpton shouldn't be speaking for you. Jesse Jackson shouldn't be speaking for you. Puffy shouldn't be speaking for you. Individually, it's a time where we have to speak for ourselves individually. Those days of having one person to speak for you are long gone. So, right before this whole lockdown, they had Biden going to a church talking to a preacher as if that preacher speaks for us. And then watching them with Al Sharpton on that show. Al Sharpton doesn't speak for me. The only way we're going to be even on even playing fields is if we get to a point where we're putting our money together, building communities, like my husband said. So just think about what you're going to do after this. And so I know my time is up, but I love y'all. And the Most High, like I said, is working in our favor. It is a reset, and they don't speak for you. Don't allow these people to speak for you. Hold your vote and give your vote to somebody who's going to do something for you. And Biden is not it either. So, yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Don't be guilted into voting for Biden because he's Democrat and
'Cause he's
Obama
Barack
gave
Obama.
him Obama endorsed him. Obama don't speak for us.
What Obama do for you?
And so just them putting those kind of things up in the midst of all of this going on, I didn't hear them really talk about nothing as far as any kind of solutions other than what we know, stay in the house pretty much. And so love y'all.
That's right, definitely, man. Yeah, this is the age, you know what I'm saying? We're moving into the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is the age of information, you know, for all my, you know, astrology people and all that there. But if you're really looking at that, fam, it really is. You know what I'm saying? We have been flooded with so much information, it's unreal. If you're out there looking for it, it's there. So definitely. So next up, we got the Queen's Corner with our sister General Melly Queen, and she's going to be speaking on coming together as a people. So General Melly.
Thank you, Brother Noble. Peace and power, Black family. How y'all doing today? I hope all of you are doing well, keeping safe, keeping free from this virus and bull that's going on these past few weeks. Family, right now is a very crucial and important time in our story. We are the children of the sun. And right now we have this opportunity to right some of the things that are wrong and fucked up in this world. We have to first come together. I'm not understanding why we don't see the importance of taking care of what we need to take care of, especially at this critical point. Our children deserve us to do as much as we can since we have been given this opportunity. We have, like I said, first come together, and I know this is going to be hard because we have too many snakes, fakes, and fools amongst us. All I can say is these people do not need to be in leadership roles if they are not doing anything that's beneficial in helping the people. During this time right now is not a time for you to be trying to scam the people and looking for the people when they're in a crucial, critical moment. I don't see people, doing what they need to do. We need to have more of us out here. We need to be trying to support and help each other as much as we can. Get out in your communities and talk with the people if you can. especially the ones near you, the elderly, the homeless if you can. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but this is just so you can be prepared. They say this is going to get much worse than it is before it gets better. So, just think about it. If you got food and supplies, but the families around you and the houses around you do not, just think about it. What kind of situation is that going to bring about? So let's make sure that we making sure all of us are okay. We have to go back to being family. Return back to the ways of our ancestors. Look to them for guidance, for real. Stop playing these games. Mix the old with the new. Go back to eating naturally, healing naturally, living naturally. If you are stressed, learn some meditation techniques. Breathing in and out. Listening to your favorite music. You can do all kinds of things that can help you calm down. Color. Even some of you all may know how to draw. Read a book. Just do something to calm your nerves. It's no need to be stressed out during this time because that breaks down your immune system. You can even grow your own foods. I have tomatoes, lettuce, 2 types of beans, peppers, ginger, all the cucumbers. I started a couple of weeks ago, and I'm learning something every day. If you can, family, get yourselves and your family together and do this. Get plenty of sunlight. Like I said, keep building your immune system. Taking proper vitamins, elderberry, turmeric, ginger. Just keep building your immune system. Do not take that vaccine or that shot. Do not forget about the Vanguard Online Academy. If you want to join, you can contact me via Messenger, General Melly Queen, or you can hit us at the Black Panther Corner at gmail.com. Get armed, get trained, practice, exercise, stay focused, stay vigilant. Think, family, think. I love you all. Black Power.
That's right. That's right, Sister Melly. We got to come together, and that's what I've been trying to do for the past, 3, 4 years. I've been trying to, bring our people together, but a different way than what these other people are trying to do. You're trying to bring together people with just having a conference or, like we got Michi X out here. She has the Black Agenda Tour. And I'm not trying to disrespect them or nothing like that, but it's over for that, man. You see what we're going through? It's time to put a plan into action and get it in. So definitely. Next up, we got our sister Bianca. She's going to be talking about the youth and what's going on with them in these times. Because our youth are very important, and we have to set a plan for them too, just like we're setting one for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, Sister Bianca.
Peace, love, and black power, everyone. It's your fellow Funzi, Bianca Connor, coming to you tonight about our youth. During all of this that's going on right now, as far as the quarantine and the COVID-19 virus itself, I have my own beliefs and thoughts about what's really going on. However, for our children, this is a very imperative time for them. These younger generations are seeing more than we ever had to see at their age. So it's very important to give them the proper perspectives on the information that they're attaining. So it's important for us as parents and guardians to take this time out to educate our children more about family history, about Black history. Yes, we still have the online school where they're still having to learn, from DPS, and that's still basically mandatory. So they have that work, but I feel like it's very important, especially with our youth, to let them know during this time more about themselves before society tries to tell them who they are. I actually, with my youth, I have three. I have one that is in her senior year of high school. I have one who is in the 6th grade, my son, and my youngest who is in kindergarten. So that's pretty spaced out education spectrum that I have to cover. But for what I want to teach them, I have definitely I've found a couple of good websites and movies that are very educational for our children. One being Tell Me Who I Am. It's on Kid Positive TV. So Kid Positive website, kidpositive.com, I believe. Just make sure and look that up for your children. My daughter loves that movie. She knows about who Imhotep is because of it. She knows about the Dogon tribe. She knows about, she knows a lot about our history. She even knows that Benjamin Banneker descends of the Dogons. So, and that's at the age of 6, well, 5, about to be 6. So it's just very important to start early with them and let them know fun facts that end up being things that they want to research more when they get older. Things that they can be proud of, because 90% of our children's outcome is based on their self-esteem. And a lot of our children have been programmed into believing that Black history starts with slavery, and it doesn't. It's the furthest from the truth. So it's important that we let our children know about who they come from and who they are. So Tell Me Who I Am is a good video for younger children. I also have middle school children and high school children. So I've actually let them watch the installments of Hidden Colors. My son, he is very excited about the facts that he's learning, and they resonate with them. Even if it's something as simple as giving them a notepad and telling them, okay, we're going to watch this first installment. I need you to write 10 to 12, key factor notes, and then quizzing them on those. It encourages them that knowledge for hunger, or that hunger for knowledge. So I definitely would say with the older middle school, high school, we cannot be timid about Black history with them. We cannot be timid about what we are going through as Blacks in the U.S. And globally. We cannot be timid with our older children, because these children are going to be the people here in a few years making the decisions, and they need to have a proper perspective on things. Also, quizzing and making sure that they are retaining these facts that they've written down. Good games, aside from the trivia cards, are checkers, chess, things that are making them use both sides of their brain, and puzzles. Puzzles are always good. It gives you a chance to come up with strategy to putting something together. So I apologize for the lapse in the taping, but I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak. Have a wonderful evening. Peace, love, and Black power, brethren and sisters.
That's right. That's right, Sister Bianca. We got to keep our youths in mind. Keep them first. I don't know about y'all, but my kids come first before me. You know what I'm saying? So that's right. Next up, we got our brother Sharif, who's going to be giving us a coronavirus update. So, Brother Sharif.
Peace, family. This is Brother Sharif Alim reporting for Mile High News. This is the Corona update. Now, over the last week, black people have definitely become the face of Corona, and now we are the scapegoats of Corona, not only in the United States, but also in China. There are parts of China where black people are being driven out of their homes, hotels, and jobs and made to sleep out in the streets. In restaurants over in China, like McDonald's and other Western restaurants, black people are being refused service. Now, 2 weeks ago in the United States, there was a big upheaval about the treatment of Asian citizens in the United States, to the point where in several cities like New York and Chicago and LA and Philadelphia, they have enacted hotlines for Asians to call if they feel like they're being discriminated against. But over in China, there's no such thing as any hotline to protect African people. This is a systematic racism that's carried out by the Chinese government and the Chinese citizens. Now, what I want to know, family, is where's all of these niggas that was caping for Asians 2 weeks ago when it concerns black people over in China? We don't see all of this. Don't try to stigmatize black people, speaking out for black people. And this was black people caping for Asians. Caping for Asians in the United States, and we told you that Asians in the United States is just as racist as Asians over in China. In the United States, most Asian businesses rely on black people for their survival. The hair care industry, the hip hop industry, the toe and nail industry, the little corner store industry. All of these Chinese businesses and restaurants, the $1 a scoop, $2 a scoop Chinese restaurants, rely on mostly black people for their survival. But when you go into these businesses in the United States, black people are treated like shit. It's $5.99. You pay, you leave. $5.99. You pay, you leave. If these black women go to the nail shop or the toenail shop, if they have a disagreement about the service, black women are beaten with broomsticks. Male Asian men have jumped on black women in these little corner stores, accusing them of stealing. These Asian businesses do not hire black people whatsoever to work in their businesses. And when you go to the more educated Asians in the United States, they have several lawsuits against universities across this country, trying to stop black people from getting into college in spaces they feel Asians should have. So as black people, man, we cannot be caping for other groups, especially when these groups are open enemies and openly antagonistic towards the black community. I thought we had learned our lesson, but many of the shea butter black folks out there that was caping for the Asians, they are nowhere to be found when it comes to our brothers in Africa and the treatment of black people in America. More news about this corona thing real quick, family. They're bumping up the numbers. It's been reported that hospitals are getting $13,000 for every case that they diagnose as corona. And it's totally subjective up to the hospital or the doctors to do such. So they're incentivizing driving up these numbers, especially on black people, saying that black people are the main ones at risk, the main ones that have it. Black people are being stigmatized right now in this country, and these shea butter niggas that was out here 2 weeks ago caping for Asians ain't got a goddamn thing to say. Many of them are agreeing with the government. The other day, the Surgeon General came out, who is a black man, allegedly, and said that, it was black behavior like smoking Newports, smoking weed and drinking alcohol and eating fried chicken that was contributing to these corona cases. Nobody in the shea butter community or in the media stood up and challenged this shit and said that you are unfairly stigmatizing black people. So they have made black people the face of corona. Now we the scapegoats of corona, and they are targeting the black community, family. That's all I have for you. Sharif Alim from Mile High News.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right, Brother Sharif. We got to stay on this coronavirus and, really sit here and study how it's affecting us, and it's going to affect us because it seems like we getting the worst of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's right. So next up, we got our brother Che, also known as Brother Jesse. He's going to be speaking on Tangibles 2020, the stimulus check, and the update. All right, brother Jesse.
Thank you, Brother Noble. This is Brother Che reporting from Mile High News. And I will be talking about Tangibles 2020, the stimulus checks, and an update on my unhoused friend Preach. So, family, we got the Democrats running scared. They don't know what they're going to do. We got their operatives talking about we're a small group. We are not a small group, family. We are at least 30 million strong. And the more of us that get on code, as I discussed on the last show and had Brother Maury so eloquently explain what code is, the more of us that get on code, the better off we're going to be as a people, family, especially for foundational black Americans descendants of slavery. So with that being said, I think I have to give a refresher course of what Tangibles 2020 is, because a lot of people are confused or don't know what this is about, and they're talking that Joy Reid, Alexandria Ocasio, whatever her name is, Cortez talk, and we need to set the record straight. So once again, family, I'm going to explain to you what Tangibles 2020 is, and then I'm going to go into the stimulus, and then an update on Preach. So, family, the 2020 presidential elections are coming up despite coronavirus. And foundational black Americans are going to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that has been implemented by the political system. This malign neglect policy mandates that black Americans should be ignored and only mentioned in vague and non-specific terms, lumping foundational black Americans into groups with minorities, immigrants, people of color, etc., has only hindered the progress of black Americans as a group while providing tangible benefits for other groups. So in this election cycle, family, black Americans are going to insist, that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote. Foundational black Americans want tangible benefits. And I've broken down the definition of tangibles numerous times, but I'll do it again just if there's any confusion. This is something real, something substance, something that you can count, measure, and see. Not symbolism, not symbology. So, we don't want trickle down. We don't want secondary benefits that are provided for every group. Every group has not been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as foundational black Americans. So we refuse, that's right, family, we refuse to be lumped in with groups who often assist in the exploitation and disenfranchisement of black Americans. So politicians, Biden, Trump, that's all that's left, right? The lesser of two evils, there is no lesser. It's all evil. So politicians must offer tangible specifically to foundational black Americans, and we simply will not vote for them. Be sure to spread this message far and wide on social media using the hashtag Tangibles2020. So, family, we're in quarantine, right? We're on lockdown, right? So while we're on lockdown, family, we need to be organizing, plotting, and strategizing on how we are going to get our needs met by these politicians that are seeking our votes. That is the whole premise of Tangibles 2020. And despite coronavirus or whatever else is going on, we must stay focused on our tangibles. So when you get this check, if you do get the check, mind you, the only people that are gonna be able to get the check is people that do not owe back child support, people that do not have student loans, and it's another stipulation. But you can look all this stuff up. The $1,200 family, we need to put that money toward building our own businesses, supporting black-owned businesses, and creating practicing group economics, like Dr. Clyde Anderson has taught us and told us time and time again. So it's time that we implement what has been said by the great scholars like Dr. Clyde Anderson and Dr. John Hendrick Clark. We have no friends. I don't know how much I have to emphasize that. And an update on Preach. So I was able to get my friend Preach housed. He should be moving in within a week or so. And I was able to get him an extension for his motel room, so he is not on the streets. And he has gotten over his pneumonia. So he is good to go. So family, I have to emphasize once again, don't let these Democrats and these other groups bully you into accepting this anybody but Trump or we're all in this together madness. No, we are not all in this together. Black family, we're all in this together. Foundation of Black Americans, we're all in this together. But these other groups, they can hold their own nuts, and I'm going to keep emphasizing that. And I don't care who gets offended. I don't care how you feel about it. We've been dealing with this beast, this racism, white supremacy, the global system racism, white supremacy for 400 years, at least in this country. And enough is enough of this madness. So family, I hope you're taking the precautions. I hope you're getting prepared. Peace and Black empowerment.
All right, that's right. Definitely. We still got to stick to our tangible 2020 agenda, and it's looking like it's not going to happen at all unless some miracle arrives. You know what I'm saying? Because Biden damn sure ain't giving it to you, and Trump. True, y'all got them $1,200 stimulus checks. We done got it already. That's our reparations. So yay!
So that's the only reparations y'all gonna get.
But still fight for it. We definitely still are going for it. If it happens for sure. Let's get it in. But so next up we got Brother Shabaka. He's going to be giving us an update on the coronavirus out there in California. And as you guys know, that was one of the worst places hit, in the United States. So, Brother Shabaka.
Thank you, Brother Nova. This is Shabaka Sankori for Mile High News, West Coast correspondent. Okay, currently in California, the cases are rising of the coronavirus, on a great deal. Last count, Los Angeles County had over 375 deaths, I believe. We're researching them constantly. We definitely appreciate being the West Coast correspondent for Mile High News. Also, too, I'm the executive producer of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, and we definitely have some dynamic episodes that are coming up. So what it is, Black family, is up to us to take care of us, is because we're doing some great research right here on these 5G towers with this radiation, and I believe it is radiation sickness that is affecting our people. But however, still take our precautions, still take washing our hands, keep our hygiene up and what have you, and let us do research and more research, because I'm in the process of doing such. And also to be advised is that our algorithms are getting all fucked over, from the Goonie birds out there in Silicon Valley, because they're hating this truth. Then, of course, they're trying to restrict our supplies on various products and services and essentials that we need. So these damn states are playing games, each and everywhere that they go around. So what it is, Black family, it is up to us to take care of us. It's because we're all we got. And we're going to keep pushing that narrative. Also, to protect our babies. Let's eat right. Let's grow our own food, as General Meliquina keeps stressing. And we cannot stress that there enough. And then the cold part about it is we do know we got a lot of haters out there. We came across one yesterday, so keep our guards up, black family, and let's protect ourselves at all time. Shabaka Sankur for Mile High News.
All right, that's right, family. We gotta stay up on top of this, coronavirus. Like I said just before, we gotta make sure that what I'm saying. We can sustain this and we can make it out of this. You know what I'm saying? So, like I've always told my people, make sure you guys are practicing these home remedies. If you're in Denver, make sure you guys check out Akente Express. It's in episode 10. So if you need all the information for that, or if you just hit Mile High News up, you know what I'm saying, we'll let you know definitely. And he's even delivering through this, you know what I'm saying? Brother Ron has told me. So definitely shouts out to Brother Ron. And you guys make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Last up, we got our brother Sekou and Sekou's Corner.
Thank you. Let the church say amen. Outstanding segue, Brother Che. Wonderful, wonderful presentation, Brother Sharif. And we thank our anchor, Brother Turner, for keeping us in the game and keeping this organized. Let the church say amen.
And the Queens.
Most definitely the Queens, they're the reason why we're here. They gave birth to Mile High News. Well, for them, wouldn't be no news. This would be called Ghostbusters Television.
Melly and
Sister Melly and
Bianca.
Sister Bianca. Sister Turner.
Oh, Monique.
Monique, yeah, Sister Monique, yeah. So here we go. What we have going on is pandemonium. That's madness with reason. See, there ain't no mistake of why we're going through what we're going through right now. And there's more questions than what we have as far as answers is concerned, because the people that we're counting on to tell us the truth are lying to us by omission, which means that there are certain things they know they ain't going to tell us, because if we knew that, then they would be in trouble for lying and concealing and creating this madness that's a continuum of previous things that they did to get us here. See, this was a process. And I want you to pay attention, and this is just a recent revelation that's come to be as the truth comes leaking out. Think about it. Y2K. All the electronic grids were going down, and there was going to be madness. There was going to be no money. This thing was going to shut down, and it was going to be totally crazy. And so the people went out panicked. And they started buying stuff they didn't need, and they started digging shelters and things to hide in, and the whole thing. And it's exactly the same stuff we're doing now. The only difference was the loss of lives. And they wanted to see what our response would be to pandemonium that they create. And so now we've acted out the script. Only this time, the numbers of casualties of war has grown into the millions worldwide. And that's according to their numbers, which we know is a underestimation of what the numbers are. Because if we really know how many people they had already counted into dying under this new social experiment, to see what would be the reaction of the population to madness for real and things shutting down, starting with the superpowers of the world. They need to know how the people are going to respond so that they can have better control over them as they continue creating these disasters that are not natural. And so you're hearing the truth come out slowly but surely. And the governments are bringing the show enough lie because they ain't told the truth in so long that the only way they will tell the truth is out of telling a double lie that makes it so big and obvious that you can't help but see the bullshit. And so now they're piecemealing it back and they rolling back now. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to tell folks to go back to work, slaves, go get my money, the straight up pimping. You've been on a host holiday. And your ass got to go back to work to get Master's money. See, because Master's pimping, and he ain't playing. See? And he got balloon payments waiting for you at the end, so no matter what he give you, he can ready to take it all back and some with interest. So, you need to relax, and don't go back to work. Let's shut it down for real and minimize the bloodshed. And we can do this, because we're doing it now. See, we're doing it now. So when he says you can go back to work, don't go. If he tells you to take the vaccine, don't take it. Whatever he say do, don't you do that. Don't you do that. And if you do, then guess what? You'll be the greatest example for the masses of the people on what I'm talking about. Malcolm X said if it's good for white people, it's not good for black folk. Don't do it. And these Negroes that's fronting for him, that's talking like him, acting like him, in line and in bed with him, cool. Don't do it, period. Look for the message, not the messenger. Pay attention. It's all in the action. Pay attention to what they're doing, not what they're saying. And in the name of Jesus, on the resurrection Sunday, Easter, we know for sure ain't no chickens laying no rabbit eggs, so we can stop Peter Pan and Peter Butter and Peter Bunny and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you believe in that shit, then you are the virus. Ready for the revolution.
All right, yeah, definitely, man. You know, it's like I was saying through this whole thing. We gotta keep on this, and you know, let's actually form a plan. You know what I'm saying? A plan of, you know, not only informing ourselves, but doing something with that information. You know? Okay, you know, you be figuring out all this. Now let's do something. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm telling all these people, like the Michi X's and the Tariq Nasheeds and the all this. Yeah, you guys have a plan for it, and yeah, but it's time to stop talking. You know, all these conferences is out. You know what I'm saying? It's coming to where we need to make up a plan quick, or something might happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you're following the news and if you're following, you know, what's going on, you'll be thinking the same thing too. So definitely, y'all, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, donate and support to the Unity community family. It's going to be the only way. You know, and I don't know how many times I've got to do this and say this, you know, and play the Dr. Claude Anderson videos if you're on my page, you know. Everybody left us with this legacy of having our own, and we don't own or operate nothing as a people, as ourselves for anything, man. I'm sorry, but what all we depend on, they can snatch away in the second, and we will be out there in the cold as a people, you know? They can do this coronavirus, they can say, hey, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to do nothing for y'all. We think that y'all are passing this around here, so we want to exterminate y'all. And they can do it and probably get away with it, you know? So, peace, love, and black empowerment, family. Let's empower ourselves. See y'all next week. Peace.